this video is going to be on our experience of making our own cider using this kit that we found at the range.
So with this kit there is several options. This is cider and there are a couple of different flavours. There's a pear, there's an apple, and there's this mixed berry one that we've got.
I think there's also a strawberry and
lime. Yep. Yeah. They also do wine in red, white and rosé. And finally there is a beer kit as well, where you can get Indian Pale Ale, IPA. There is lager, there is bitter, and there is a fourth one, but I can't remember what it is.
And they're all about £20.
So this syrup thing is about £20, but that's not the only thing you need to make your own cider, beer or wine. So there are other things you'll need. So you're looking around £50 to £70 with this kit to get started. So this is everything that we chose to buy to make our own cider. You do have options. You don't have to buy all of this stuff that we bought from the range. There are opportunities for you to save money and buy other bits elsewhere, or even just not buy them if you already have them. For instance, the bucket, we bought that from the range with the kit. If you already own something that is suitable, food safe containers that are big enough, you can use that. So in total we spent £72.90 at the range, and I'm just going to run you through the bits and explain how that's made up of. So the first thing is over here. This is a 5 litre Kilner jug. We bought 2 of those and they were £9.99 each. Just next to it are some 3.5 litre ones that we bought. We got 2 of those as well and they were £4.99 each. At the back there you can see the bucket, which was £9.99, that's a 32 litre bucket. And then at the front we've got the cider kit, that was £19.99. For our particular cider, you only need 1 kilo of sugar, which was £2.49. At the front there on the left, we've got a funnel. We just bought the range's own basic one, which is 49p. In the middle, we've got 3 sanitizer kits. Now, because we were buying the glassware and we also have some bottles at home, we actually bought 3. We weren't sure how much it would do, and we thought there's no harm in being overly sterile. So they were £1 each. And then at the very front you can see there is a thermometer, and that was £2.99. That'll just stick on the side of the bucket. And the last thing is the siphon kit, and that was £3.99 for a grand total of £72.90. So glassware is a bit of a big area. It can drive up your costs when starting, but it's also a big area that you can get effectively for free. So for us, we had known that we wanted to do this for a while, so we've been saving up our own cider bottles from what we've been drinking over the past couple of weeks. This kit makes 40 pints, or roughly 40 bottles, and we hadn't drank that much yet, so we decided to buy the Kilner glassware as well. The one on the right is 5 litres, that was £9.99 each. The one to the left of it is only 3.5 litres, that was £4.99 each. We bought 2 of each, which did drive up the cost a little bit, but even still, over the long term, it still works out pretty healthy for about 75p a bottle after your initial outlay.
Because you can reuse the glassware, and in fact you can reuse a lot of it. I mean, the bucket, the siphon kit, you can, it's just like a one-time cost. The next time you make some more, the overall cost per bottle goes down considerably.
So now we've got all of our bottles and buckets washed out with warm soapy water. Now we're going to use a sanitizer. Now with the cider, it takes about a week for the cider to brew. Then you put it in the bottles. So we're not going to sterilise our bottles now. We're just going to sanitize the bucket and everything that we'll be brewing the cider in. And then a week from now, when we need to transfer it to the bottles, we will then sanitize them. There's no point in sanitizing now. So this one packet is enough to sanitize your bucket and all your bottles that you might need. So we're just going to put a few tablespoons of this in the bucket, add some warm water, give it a stir, leave the stirrer in, put the lid on and give it a big shake, and then we know that the inside of the bucket is perfectly sterile for us to then brew the cider. Oh shit. Yeah, so don't try and do what we were doing. We just practically flooded our kitchen, hence all the details everywhere, trying to mop all the water up. Right then, so now we'll add 5 teaspoons of sanitizer. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It actually looks like it's dissolving. Alright then, so that's been stirring for 2 minutes. So now we'll leave this spoon in here, we'll put the lid on and give the whole bucket a good shake. Alright then, so the bucket has been sat for 10 minutes now, so now we need to drain out all the fluid. Break that off, and then one sterile bucket. Time to start cidering.
Ooh, instructions, might need those.
Yep, we'll hang on to that.
There's
2 little pouches.
the flavouring, the sweetener, and the yeast. There's still a bit left in the packet, so it just says to add a small amount of warm water, swish it around, and add it in. Right, so the syrup is in there. We've now just got to add 3 litres of boiling water. Next step is to add 1 kilogram of sugar. And now you need to stir it until it's all dissolved.
Alright, so I've been stirring for a little while. It's actually quite hard to tell if the sugar's dissolved or not, but I picked the bucket up and had a look from underneath and I can't see anything. So the next step now is to add up to the 23 litre mark with water. Now, just to make that really clear, you don't add 23 litres of water, you add up to 23 litres.
I added 23 litres of water to your shopping list.
Oh. So in your pack there were 3 sachets. However, at this stage you only need 1, the cider yeast. The other 2 is to do with flavouring later on. So I'll put those aside and save them. But for now, give the yeast a shake, rip it open, pour it in, and then stir away. Alright, now that the yeast is in, we need to put the lid on. Now you don't want to clamp the lid down, you just want to rest it on, but make sure that there's no gaps so that there can't be any contamination getting in there. Right, so now the last step for us now is to start the fermentation process. So So we've actually brought our bucket of cider up here into our bedroom. We think this is probably the best room. It's the most temperature stable, probably the warmest as well. It's really important that we keep our cider at between 20 and 25 degrees for the next 7 days. So this cupboard right next to the bucket is actually our boiler, so it should stay fairly warm and cozy right here. Now, they do actually recommend not to leave your bucket on carpet. It is quite likely that this could froth over in the next few days, but we're the paranoid type, so what we've done is put the bucket inside of a bin bag, which should capture most of any froth. And we've also put another bin bag down as well. So their recommendation is to actually leave it on a washable surface, maybe a kitchen counter or in your bathroom potentially, but we think we'll be okay right here.